There was an earthquake in the grocery store today.
Was there?
Yeah, I thought all the water bottles were going to come crashing down on me.
That's a bad aisle to be in. You'd hope you'd be in the chip aisle. There's an earthquake.
Chips would be like, whoa!
You're in the alcohol aisle. Crash, crash, crash.
I'll save it all. Zamboni.
If I'm going out, I'm going drunk. Welcome. Previously we did a video this week about how the jerseys were made and that process, and now we're going to talk about why we even did it in the first place. Why motocross? Why are we starting this company? I feel like it'd be good to explain.
I feel like we've explained that.
Yeah, but not like why. I don't know.
Alright.
We'll see where it takes us. Come on, you know we're not going to stay on topic.
Yeah, because I feel like we've explained a lot, like, why.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, we've already talked about all that kind of stuff.
Then what are we going to talk about for a second, YouTube?
I mean, I think we could still talk about, like, our dream. Remember the conversation we had about, like, manifestation?
Mm-hmm.
Like, I think that could be tied in.
Yeah.
Because I think I've always known that, well, I don't want to say I've always known, but like subconsciously there was always a part of me, like while I was working in corporate America, that just knew there was something special waiting for me, and I didn't know what it was. And I always just imagined myself being in advertising or being able to do something really creative. Flip-flop that. I always imagined myself being able to do something really creative, like being the person in the room that comes up with the jingle jangle of the commercials and the designs and whatever else. But I didn't know how to get there, and I think I assumed that it would be like through marketing or through advertising, where I would get into one of those roles. And then I think I always imagined a certain lifestyle for myself. Like, I've always just kind of known that I would be really involved in motocross and going to the lake and having a boat and going snowboarding and skiing and just always traveling and on the go and doing really adventurous, exciting things. And I feel like I manifested that for myself. Or I'm in the process of manifesting it. And manifesting is I feel like that term gets thrown around.
Yeah, it's a buzzword.
It's a buzzword now that everyone just uses it. And I think there's two types of people. There's people that think it's dumb. They're like, oh, did you manifest that? And then I think there's people who like really are like, manifest your dreams, like write it down, envision it, believe in it. I don't know. Maybe there's a third group. Like, there's like the really into it people who are like, if you think about it every day, it'll come true. And then there's people like us who saw a vision for our life, and like, you don't always necessarily know what that vision is or what that dream is, but you know there's a direction you want to go. And by envisioning that, opening your mind to it, and trying to you're basically like opening your mind up to opportunities, trying to tie that, like, this idea of manifestation, like, into our company and what this means to us. That's a good question. No, I'm just kidding. But I think it's something like, whether we knew it or not, we have been manifesting this company for a very long time. Like, we have always joked about starting a company, and we never knew what the company was. Like, we would always laugh with our parents, like, we need to invent something, we need to do something. And we always knew the company would be called MCREY. Like, that was a given from as long as I can remember. And we always talked about it, always joked about it, didn't know what it was. And I think as we were navigating our lives and then got to this place where we're like, not only are we two badass chicks who ride dirt bikes and snowboard and fish and ski and hike and do all these other things, but did I say ride dirt bikes? Yeah, very key. Not only do we do all those things, but we've also been through we've done a lot of work on ourselves to be very present, to be aware, conscientious of others, to be our most authentic selves without apologizing all the time. We're always work in progress. And this company was the perfect opportunity to share both skill sets or both lifestyles with other women.
Amen. Oh.
But I do think that they're, we'll talk a little bit more about like manifesting and manifestation. Again, it is such a buzzword, and I think it has a lot of, because of how often it is used nowadays, it has taken a lot of the true meaning from underneath it. Like, you can't just sit in your room and journal about what you want your life to look like and then be mad at the universe when things don't change. Like, that's not how manifesting works. And disclaimer, neither of us are pros on manifesting energy or any of that, so just want to throw that out there. But like, this is disclaimer, this is all just like personal opinion. But like, you can sit and journal about what you want your life to look like all you want, but if you don't go out and start doing things to get there, it's never going to change. But I think the cool thing about, like, whether you journal about it or meditate or talk about it, like, I know for me, like, and the more that I do it, the more clear that it becomes. Like, the more that I do it, the more open I am to opportunities that pop up, and I'm like, that looks like it's going to get me to where I want to go. And then the more that happens, the more I feel like, okay, this is true, this is happening, this is my life, like, this is working. But at the same time, be really specific, as specific as you can with, what you want, like what you want your life to look like, what you want, who you want to be. And maybe it's not, maybe you don't necessarily know like your dream title, like you don't know your dream company or anything like that, but it's just kind of like how you want to feel and what you want that to look like. And the more that you write it down, the more you'll believe it for yourself. And it's not that the universe like automatically makes those situations or opportunities available to you. It's just that those opportunities become available regardless, but you see it because you're more open-minded to it.
Yeah, we talk about how manifesting is more so about, for example, journaling or meditating, however it is that you envision, or like having a vision board, however you like to see your life and create that. Like, that's about like pinpointing the things you really want. It's kind of like shuffling through. It's like word vomit until you find, when you're writing a paper, and then you go through it and you comb through everything out until it's perfect. That's kind of what all of that is, like journaling, vision boards. It's combing through all of the nonsense so you get to things like, this means something to me. This is what I want my life to look like. And then once you've done that work, your ears will be ready to hear for those opportunities or see those opportunities. And our example is, say you keep dating cowboys. Like, you keep dating cowboys. Paige loves cowboys. And I'm just trying to pick a type. Like, you keep dating cowboys, they keep breaking your heart, and you keep going to the bars, and you keep picking up cowboys, and you're like, oh God, like, this is not working for me. It should, because we love cowboys. But anyway, so then you go home and you're like, all right, I need to write out everything I want in a guy. And you write everything out, and you're like, wow, I realized that I'm actually really into someone who's more like a
city slicker.
A city slicker. A city guy. You're like, whoa, I really would rather actually date a city guy. And then all of a sudden you go to the bar and you meet a city guy, and they're like, wow, I manifested that. But it's like, that city guy could have been coming to the bar just as many times as you were there, but you weren't seeing him because you were only looking at the cowboys. You hadn't taken the time to be open to that opportunity to meet what's right for you. So that's how we describe manifesting. It's like really combing through all of that to get to what you want. So then you're open when it comes your way, or like, you are ready for that opportunity.
I think another example would be, and this comes from personal experience. I was in a job, and I really saw myself being like the senior event planner for this company. Like, that's all that I wanted. And any opportunity that wasn't that, I didn't take. Like, regardless of company pay, like, and whatever else, like, if it wasn't a senior event planner, I was like, I don't want it, because that's not the job that I'm going after. And finally someone explained it to me and was like, sometimes you need to go right or left in order to go up. Because if you're constantly just hitting a glass ceiling, why don't you try going around maybe the ceiling ends, maybe try going around it, and then you keep going. And so, I think,
shatter it.
Yeah. But I think same thing for your job. Like, if you're miserable in your job but you're so focused on one specific goal, a specific title. Like if you're like, I'm just 6 more months, like I know I'm just wait 6 more months, I'm gonna get promoted to this role. But like, is that really what you want? Like, is that really, you really want that position at your company and you're willing to wait 6 months for it? If you are, great. Keep talking about it, like keep journaling it. But also keep putting in the work to get there. Like show up to work, do a good job, like go above and beyond to inspire your peers and to help them. Like those are all things that are very important to manifesting your dreams as well. But also, start jotting down like, okay, why do I want this promotion? For the extra money? Like for the title, to work with a specific team because you eventually want to move teams? Like, and as you start to dig through that, then you can ask yourself, do I really need that promotion for this company? Or can I maybe am I still going to be unhappy when I get there? Like maybe I can find a better job at a different company. And the more you start thinking about it and maybe talk about it with your friends, like you never know what opportunities could come up where one of your friends is like, actually, we're looking for a senior marketing director at my company, and I think you'd be a great fit. And all of a sudden, maybe you find yourself like in an unexpected role that you were like, oh, I would never have thought I'd be in this role, but here I am and I love it. So I think all that tying back to MCREY, like obviously like we didn't expect it to be, like we never expected it to be this. Like we never expected our life to look like this now. And I think what's really, like, obviously to a degree, as we said, like I feel like I manifested this to a certain extent, but now the exciting part is manifesting what this will become. And for me, I can close my eyes and I can very vividly see, we're going to have when we have our giant semi truck that's black with the giant butterfly on the side, like what our setup is going to look like, what some of our like future apparel is going to look like. And maybe it's not necessarily like specific designs that I can see, but I just see the big picture of it all. And I can see our team, like I can see our team of people working, I can see our warehouse and like what that environment is going to look like. Okay, hear me out. It's going to be, I wrote about this in a blog, but I don't, probably like 2 of you read the blog. So for the other 5 of you that watch this and don't read the blog, do you remember the ride at Legoland?
I never went to Legoland.
What? Really?
No, Mom and Dad only took you for your birthday.
No, Grandma and Grandpa took me.
Or whatever, yeah, I never went.
Oh, okay. So it's really stupid, but I feel like you'd understand that, like, I love these things. So one of the rides was literally just, like, you get in a car. I'm, like, 8 years old, maybe 10. You get in a Lego car, but it drives, and you just drive around, like, this Lego city that they build, and you have to get gas, you go to the grocery store, you, like, go home. But it's all, like, Lego brick building, or, like, Lego buildings.
I'm really concerned where you're going with this for our warehouse.
Okay, so through, like, lately, we've had some free time. So we've been reading a lot of leadership-type books and different, like, personality, introvert, extrovert books. I think just to help us be better equipped when we do grow and, like, just to work with each other better. And one of the examples, one of the books talks about how having open office spaces actually isn't the ideal scenario for company culture. Why are you laughing?
I'm just waiting for you to bring back the Legos.
Okay, yeah. So, but like one of the, it's having an open office space is actually not ideal. And a lot of people don't thrive in that scenario.
That'd be my worst nightmare.
So, some recommendations or suggestions were giving people the opportunity to have more of a closed off, like cubicle type environment where they can focus, but then having shared spaces that you can actively choose to go to if you...
Almost like a library, how there's like little cubbies in the library or private rooms and like obviously like the open floor.
Yeah, so I was thinking like, wouldn't it be cool? So we have this giant warehouse, right? Mm-hmm. It's not built out of Legos. Was using that as the example of like, it's almost like MCREY Town.
I mean, that would be kind of sick too, though.
It would be
the
cool.
Only warehouse made of Legos.
That'd be cool. But like, it'd be like MCREY Town. Like headquarters would be MCREY Town.
Oh my god! And we have little cars that drive us to each place.
Like everyone brings a scooter. Like you can scooter, bike, rollerblade, heely, wheelie, whatever you want to do.
It'd be fun if we had those little kid cars, though, like the little mini Hummers.
And everyone had a flag with their name on it, and
like a flag in their department.
And
each department's a different colored flag, and their name is on it.
And you all have your name on it, so it's your car, and you like park in your little parking spot. But like in the center, would be like, yeah, the coffee, like we'd have like a coffee, like little coffee station.
Obviously, of course.
Obviously, you know, chairs, books,
refrigerator full of Fudgy Buddies. It's my mojo.
Fudgy Buddies.
Fudgy Buddies.
When was the last time you ate a Fudgy Buddy?
I used to get them for free at the internship I was at. They had Fudgy Buddies.
I could not tell you the last time I saw you eat a Fudgy.
Yeah, when I was living in
Bunny or Buddy?
Fudgy Buddy. They're just the chocolate popsicles. They're so good.
Oh, like, okay, yeah, we can have a little ice cream station.
Yeah.
But like just like the center of it, and everyone's like employee mailbox would be in there. So at some point it like forces everyone
to come together.
Like you have to get there.
Space.
Yeah. Like in their on their own time in a comfortable way. And then there's like little streets that go off to like the warehouse section with all of our clothes, like offices, you know, for executives, meeting rooms, and then all the employee like cubicles. And it's like,
I just picture someone in their car pulling into your office and be like, I just had a quick question for you, and ask them. And then it's like an awkward question. They're just like slowly back out of your office, like beep beep beep.
And it comes with
Paige, I need you to answer that beep beep.
Like a little cup, and get a little cup holder for your car, and everyone's just driving around on the streets. It's
pretty cool. That's pretty funny.
Okay, but like,
no, that's pretty funny.
That would be hella cool.
That would be a good like company morale. I do feel like it'd be
except we'd have to have like special people would have to have like we'd have to like hole punch tickets, or like if you get in too many car accidents, then you get your car revoked. You have to walk everywhere.
Oh my god, yeah. You have to rollerblade everywhere.
We each take turns being the police.
No, we hire Dad to be the police. Bubbles is his sheriff dog. And then Dad would love to be a police officer. Are you kidding me? In our little warehouse.
He'd be like, hey, going fast over there.
I feel like he'd encourage accidents, honestly.
But like, hey,
I dare you to go hit Jim.
You should hit that turn a little harder, throw your back end around.
God, that would be good. That's a pretty good idea. Company morale. We should have like also a wall of shame where people just take like funny pictures of each other. We put it up on the wall.
Except it's the hollow potatoes.
The hollow potatoes.
The potato farm.
The potato farm. And all our little spuds will be on it.
Hey, a little spud nugget.
And then, of course, I've been looking at warehouses. Then we have to have the warehouse, though, that has, like, a little backyard for all our rescue dogs.
Yeah. We're going to remain a privately owned company, so no one can sue us for anything.
Yeah. Don't even think about investing.
Investing? No, you can think about investing.
But you don't get big returns. And that Juju kisses. And Juju doesn't give kisses.
You can do the kisses.
Juju doesn't give kisses. You kiss like my Juju. Juju don't kiss.
But anyway, like, so obviously that's on, you know, the fun side of manifesting, like, what this company could be, but just how many jerseys that we could make, of seeing them on, you know, we've always, you know, I think I'm doing a lot of thinking. Up until this point, we've always said
I wasn't thinking a lot before, but
now I am. No, I just like
noggin.
I think we have always said like, our goal is not to end up sponsoring racers. Like that's not why we started this company.
No, I mean if it happens.
Well, and that's what I'm saying. Like I think we've always said like that's not our goal. Like we're not interested in that. However, you know, the more that we're getting into this, it's like I still don't ever think that we're gonna be like we're not gonna focus on that ever. Yeah. Like our main focus will always be like our camping gals.
We're trying to make our hobbies our everyday life.
Yeah, and so, you know, it's for motocross specifically or like off-roading specifically though, I can see like someone wearing just like an all black jersey with like or an orange and yellow like ombre sleeve and then like our butterfly logo on the front. And it's like,
dude, that's literally how I pictured that jersey.
Really?
Yeah, literally spot on how I pictured that jersey.
Like how fucking sick would that be?
Yeah.
Or maybe like really... one sleeve would be ombre And then the other sleeve would be black with like an orange and yellow stripe down the side.
I was like, a stripe would be cool. I thought I love ombre. We love ombre.
I know. But like, so but I see all of it. Like I see it.
Like all of us. God, can't wait for fishing gear, dude.
Yeah, and that's also
wait for fishing gear.
What we're manifesting, what we're working towards. But I say manifesting because I can already see it. Like I can already see.
I mean, we sat down. We're like, how do we do our hobbies every day?
Yeah.
And still make money. And now it's like, Dad, we gotta take the jet skis out. He's like, what? I'm like, footage.
We gotta film.
We need content. He's like, all right. I'm like, this is amazing.
This is our life.
We gotta go to Mammoth, like, well, a friend's birthday, but we gotta film, obviously.
We gotta work.
Like, that's kind of, I guess, man, my whole life I was like, how do I just do
the stuff that's what I was saying. Like,
You're right. I guess at subconscious level, I just didn't know that.
Now I'm really digging deep in these YouTube videos.
I wasn't thinking before either.
I wasn't
And now that I'm using this noggin, look at
the
me now.
sky is the limit. Back to, we're like, we have so much fun. Our hobbies are our life. Like, that's literally our lifestyle. How do we do this every day?
Yeah.
How do we do this every day and make money? And how do we use it to empower other women to be as cool as us?
Yeah, like, how do we... Okay, disclaimer.
Am I wrong?
I'll speak for myself. I'm not that cool. You know what
Yes, you are.
I mean, like, I do cool things, but, like, I'm personally not cool.
Yes, you are.
I'm not, like, you know, like...
Not, okay.
Cool is, like...
No.
Look at me. I'm not cool.
No, but I'm saying you're cool because you're you.
Okay, I appreciate that.
Like, you
I
are...
guess I'm by definition of cool, though.
I'm not talking, like, high school, like, football player, jock, cheerleader cool. I'm saying, like, we're cool.
We're cool.
People love to hang out with us.
They do like to hang out with us.
We're cool.
You're right.
Yeah. We're just really excited. We're really proud of ourselves that we've come this far. We're really excited for everything that's to come. But again, kind of just like tying it all back into a pretty little package. Like, this is something that we not only dream about and, you know, work on together, but it's a shared goal that we both have individually as well. And sometimes, like, our goals for life and for the company do look a little bit different, and that's okay. Like, I think there's room for all of that. But what's really important is that we, you know, continue to manifest in the way that we're writing things down. We see it, we believe that we deserve this. But we also continue to work really hard to get it and to open those opportunities. We're not sitting at home. I mean, it may seem like it in these videos because we're always sitting at home, but, like, we're not sitting at home, you know, just like one day we're going to be worth, one day we're going to start a nonprofit. And then we just, like, sit around and are like, I wonder when that day will come. Like, we know that there's so many steps that will get us there, but also being fluid and open to what those opportunities look like, because it might not be exactly what we envisioned. But the really cool thing is that it might be better.
Yeah.
Like, this is so much better than what I envisioned for my life.
Yeah, same. Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Hell yeah, brother.
Hell yeah, brother.
All right. And with that,
that is all.